On this episode, he willed the return of Mario RPG into existence. It's Martin.
Hey, how you doing?
He'll be adding Fae Farm to his Farmulator Simulator collection. It's Canine Biscuits.
No, I didn't say that. You're wrong.
And my Mario Kart quest will continue with Wiggler in the driver's seat. It's me,
He's going
Bryan.
to kiss a Wiggler.
Shut the fuck up. That's today's team. This is Blasting Turbo Ports. Let's get started. Alright, so today was a big day. We're going to go ahead and skip the normal pre-show content just to discuss the Nintendo Direct, but as always, please support this pod, share it, subscribe to it, or just hit that thumbs up. It goes a long way. Alright, let's get into the Direct.
Fae Farm looks like trash.
Yeah, so there was a lot of hype going into this. We had the PlayStation event, we had the Microsoft event, we had several other gaming showcases. Now Nintendo had the last word, just like back in past E3s. They were always the last one to go. Did they deliver? Guys, what do you think? We'll run through run through the keys here, but what do you guys think of this Nintendo Direct? We'll start with Martin.
Dude, I got what I wanted, so bloody brilliant. I was hoping that, so I heard a rumor, I got it. I am excited. I am hyped. I'm waiting for that.
Nice.
November. Yes, November. It cannot get here fast enough.
No, and we don't know what game we're talking about, of course. No.
To my RPG.
Right. And Mark.
I guess I can say it was fair. I didn't see any FPSs. There wasn't any CG only trailers where it just shows I guess what a concept of a game would be, and but they showed too much gameplay. And it's just not many. Where's the Battle Royale? Where's the online games? There was lack of realistic sports titles.
Oh, you're not Mark. You're Cram. the guy from Parallel Universe. That's the stuff y'all.
I'm even Mark. But no, this is this won the summer for me. After watching everything else from Summer's Games Fest,
because you watched the most out of most of us.
Oh, honestly. Yeah. We even saw the Sony one they put out before Summer's Game Fest happened, and even that one didn't hit either. It's this one just hit all the way. Even even with the third party slot they showed, that wasn't interesting. It was still, the pacing was still fast.
Yes.
And it kept my interest going. They didn't linger too long on stuff I wasn't interested. They didn't linger too long on stuff I was interested. It was just this one just had good pacing all the way.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it was
well, even that is just still, it's there's something for everyone in this Direct, who's into Nintendo anyway. Because with the thing with the other press conferences, they will showcase stuff for a while, or they'll have this.
I mean, the Xbox ended with Starfield for 45 minutes.
Yes, and or they'll have the thing where developers will talk about the game while they
separate thing. I thought it was a separate showcase.
Well, it wasn't, but it continued into that Starfield showcase. I don't necessarily mind.
I turned it off.
I don't. Same. I didn't listen to it, but I don't necessarily mind when a developer talks about it. But I like when
I don't mind it either. But I don't like when it goes for too long.
Yeah, I just miss the E3 days where they would have them out on stage. They would talk about it for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you'd see the game, and that was it. Not, I'm going to spend 5 minutes talking to you, and then we're going to see some gameplay. Then you're going to come back to me, and we're going to talk about it some more. And then it's we're running too long here.
They didn't have much of anything else, so what are you going to do?
Yeah. You're talking about Microsoft?
Yeah, if they have the showcase that's going to be that long. They got to fill it with something.
Yeah,
they don't have to make it that long. They can shorten it.
That was my issue.
Yeah, but Starfield's one of those games that's just been in the works for...
That's true.
And they need something, and they want to keep
they want to keep eyes focused on it. I do agree. It was very similar to Spider-Man 2 getting so much time at the end of that PlayStation showcase, and it just kind of felt a little long. I like Spider-Man 2.
That's why I skipped all that.
But it was man, that's stretching for 20 minutes. I'm okay, all right, can we... we don't need 20 minutes of this.
Spider-Man, even I don't want to watch it for that long.
Yeah. Again, it was fun. It was just what are we doing? And but to me, both like you were talking about.
Oh no, I want to play it for that long. I don't want to watch it for that long.
Yes, but like you were talking about, like both PlayStation and Xbox didn't do what Nintendo did, which is Nintendo found a way to have something for just about everyone, whether that's someone that likes indie content, someone that likes platformers, someone that likes classic Nintendo, someone that likes modern Nintendo. They had stuff for, those in the Splatoon camp. They had those in the just reminders about Pokemon. They were hitting all the bases just to make sure you knew, and then they had the Mario Kart information just as a heads up. So they were dropping all of this throughout, and so you really did a really good roundtable of everything. Oh, yeah. And then, at the end of the day, I think that this is the best conference. We're not even conference. This is the best showcase out of the entire summer. Like it just does not. Nothing else comes close to it.
I just want to say, I also don't mind the little developer interviews at the end of certain announcements. I do mind when they don't explain much new information in the game. It's like, this game is innovative. We're passionate about making it. And here's some trailer footage that you just saw a moment ago, and no new footage at all while we talk.
Ubisoft used to do that a lot.
I honestly don't like the interviews with the developers, because I believe that if they have a good game trailer, it should be able to speak for itself.
That's a good point.
I hate when they, especially if especially like he said, Mark said, if they go in, they're just basically saying, "Oh, we worked hard on this game. We think you should play it, and
we think it's something new.
We think it's something new.
We're not going to explain why it's new.
Those things. Like we worked hard. Please buy our game.
I do. Yeah.
Show me the trailer. That will decide.
The trailers will literally say at the bottom, "Hey, here's what's new. Here's a new thing."
And if I like the game, at the end, I'll at the end when they see the credits at the end, rolling at the end of the game, I'm like, "Oh, these are the people who make it. Yeah. Thank you for making this game. Right. I don't need you to tell me to say thank you. I will say thank you once I buy the game."
Exactly.
I don't mind when when they do explain the game, when the trailer there's some stuff the trailers can't really explain on their own. They they're literally showcasing the game of how this is this feature, this is feature, this is what we're selling you. It's I like when they're selling it and not telling me we swear we love working on this, and we're making something special.
Yeah,
it's going to be a new game. Yeah,
I think the big thing about Nintendo as well is we're in this space where games are now hitting $70. The guarantee of a new game being a true full experience is so low now. Most games don't come complete. And with Nintendo, you're more likely to get a game that is a full, complete experience. And so when you see that this is filled with a solid amount of new Nintendo experiences, you can at least rely on the fact that these new Nintendo experiences or returning Nintendo experiences are going to be full games. They're not just going to be, well, we need to make a patch to fix the shit, and we're gonna have you download. But
and Nintendo are usually just glitches,
right? But I'm saying, and we're gonna have you download this in 3 months, and that'll be the finished part of the game. No, usually it's this is done, or mostly done, and Nintendo makes sure that's about they take care of that. So let's run through some of the key stuff here. We're just gonna run through chronological, and then we'll talk about it. I don't think we have a lot to say about the Pokemon DLC. You said that this was already announced, Martin. They already sort of hinted at this and told
No.
They literally debuted this already.
This was in a whole Pokemon Direct that happened beginning of this year or end of last year.
Okay.
Where they just told us all of this already.
Right. So this is more of a reminder. Go out and buy it. Reminder. Pokemon fans, here's something. Just reminder. Boom.
Yeah, I can say I'm still not interested in Pokemon, but it looks like a nice area.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Absolutely.
It still hasn't sold me on being an interesting RPG to me.
Agreed. We move on to Sonic Superstars, which of course we keep learning more information about. The 4-player local is a big deal, of course, and it's just it's gathering steam to become a really good Sonic title, or at least something interesting when it hits soon. So, what do you guys think of? Obviously, Mark and Martin, both of you, very hyped about this. Just more of what we already know about Sonic at this point. Superstars.
I'm the whole 4-player thing. I hope they do it right. I really, because like I said before, the speed at which all these characters will be going will be. I hope it's not a detriment to playing the game. There's no how in another Mario, Super Mario, where you're leaving characters behind. They go into a bubble. They follow you. You can get them out. I'm wondering how they're going to do that with Sonic, since, like I said, they're moving really, really fast.
I wonder how they're gonna handle all the stories, because the last game, it was like you had like Spring Breeze, you had Meta Knight's Revenge, you had Milky Way Wishes. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna top the last Superstars.
The fuck you talking about?
I knew when you said Meta Knight, I was like, I even know this. This is not Sonic.
I understand.
Yeah.
Kirby Superstars. This looks fun. I'm interested in it. The weirdest thing is this is a Sonic game with 4 players, and it's like I guess they're not going to focus on speed too much, because there's no way there's no way it can be this fast with like multiple people, or else that would be a mess. But so far when we've seen it looks fine.
Yeah.
Unless of course they make it like you remember the Sonic Hedgehog 2, and when you raced. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and it's split screen. It's only local, but it's only local right now.
It's only local. I doubt that. No, it's like they're showing like 4 players at the same time. I doubt there's no split. I doubt there's split screen. They have to slow it down.
Yeah, they can't really spread that. Yeah,
it's not going to be like Sonic Mania fast.
I believe, but they said they can. So they're going to separate the campaigns between a single and then a co-op, so that people in co-op mode can just jump in and out at any time they want. Because in a single way, if you're traveling fast and someone jumps in, like you're going to quickly leave them. If it's momentum physics in it,
possibly, or it could be like you're at 2 player, 3 player mode. They have to like certain other games do. I'm not sure. I'm not going to be sure until we see it.
Right.
But it looks like from what we've seen from the trailer, it looks like it doesn't seem like as fast as Mania even, but it seems like fine enough. It definitely has that a classic Sonic platforming. Personally, I would have preferred like another Mania art style, like a game in a 2D style of like Mania. Because I like for classic Sonic, I like pixelated 16-bit style.
Right.
For mine, I'd rather have 3D. I would like when they first heard there was rumors about a 2D Sonic for a while, and I assume they're gonna use modern Sonic, and it's gonna be like a 3D Sonic Advance.
Okay.
It's like, oh no, it's a classic Sonic. They're using like the same art style from Generations.
Actually, I say the art style is similar to Generations, but I say the movement is similar to Mania because if you look at comparisons, it's like the animations are like 1-to-1, like especially when you look at like Sonic and Knuckles and you compare it to their animations in Mania, you can see when they're moving how close they resemble each other. I don't know about Tails and Amy because Amy is just new character, I'm not saying
it's the same models, but it's like the same. It's the same type of art style with
I heard it was
from Mania.
Like I'm pretty sure it's like running a similar engine that Sonic Mania ran on.
It's not.
It's not.
No, they're not. They're not.
It's completely different.
Yeah, I forgot. Taxman and Stealth are not working on this.
I'm
not saying they working on it. I'm saying the same, I'm not saying the people who worked on Sonic Mania are working on this game. I'm just saying they try to make it as close to Sonic Mania as they could with what they were doing.
I know, yeah, it's not that engine though.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, that comes out in November. It does again look interesting. Like you said, I don't even know if the Switch would be able to run that in sort of 4 separate screens because of the amount of things they're expecting out of it. Then we're talking about Palia. This is another one of those farm or sort of live in a fantasy realm deals. You have so many of them out there.
Anything I should say about this one?
I can't. It looks too much like Disney.
I'm gonna be fair. I'm not a farming game player, so I have shit to talk about this. So maybe this is hype for somebody. It's just not for me.
Right? No, this is again one of those things where this is like I think it's slightly higher than an indie dev, but I know one of those AA level games, and it's not bad. But if you're interested in that, it probably is going to be on sale at some point. 3 months after it comes out.
So. Maybe I'd like it if I try, but I have no will to try this.
I thought it said it was free to play.
It is a free to play. There we go. So that's another reason why they would put this on here. So that's another reason to just check out Palia. That's nice that it's free to play. It's coming out at the end of the year. It makes sense that they would put this on this direct because it's like anyone can go in and
I guess me and you can try online.
I feel like by the time this comes out, we're not even going to give a fuck about this. We're going to be focused on Holiday 23. We're going to be focused on RPG. We're going to be focused on whatever games are coming out.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's way too much going on to, try to focus on that. Of course, after that, we had more about Persona 5 Tactica. This was already announced at Xbox, and it was already leaked at Atlas before that showcase. So that really took a lot of steam out of Microsoft. Really botched that showcase because there wasn't a lot over there. But this already looked very interesting.
That would have wowed me during the showcase, but damn, the Atlas fucked them.
Yeah, so this was this still obviously it still looks very exciting. It's more out of this realm. Like I was talking to Maj about him. It's one of those things where they keep coming back to this, and it's like, that's good, because these characters, you want to keep spending time with them. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun that you're still in this realm with these characters. They're not going away from it. And it is funny, by the way, that with Persona 5, they keep making, like, if you look at the sort of tag names, you had Persona 5 Royale, which was R, then you had Strikers, you had S, and then now you have this T. So they could go with if they keep going, it could technically keep going all the way if they wanted to. But obviously,
this means that we're never getting a Persona 5 arena.
Well, this is that's a good point. Yeah, I mean they've already it's like that would be P5A, so you wonder. But again, more in this realm. Atlas is knocking it out of the park. You can't say anything really.
This looks fine. I'm not too much into tactic games. Also, it's like I guess. I don't think I can play anything Persona 5 related because it feels like it takes place after the story, and I love Persona 5, but I do not have the time in my life to ever finish that arc.
Just watch it at this point.
Yeah.
I feel it. Like I've watched Manja play it twice. And I was like, I'm like, maybe I'll go and play it. And I was like, I am not. I've seen it. It takes way too much time. I'm already trying to finish Persona 3.
It's not actually that long. It's all the extra stuff you have to do.
Yes, but I want to do that extra stuff. I don't just want to rush through it. I like the fact that you can do so much. And by the way, the annoying thing was I was halfway through Persona 3. Then they announced fucking Reload. So now I'm not even interested to finish that because I want to see this in the beautiful form it will be when it hits, obviously.
I do not have a time in my life to ever finish these modern Japanese RPGs except for the new Final Fantasy stuff. And I'm like, that's my only exception.
Yeah. So after that, we ended up with Mythforce, which is sort of playing on this idea of a Saturday morning cartoon in a game.
Co-op.
Like Mark, you were saying you didn't see any FPS, but I don't know what you're talking about. We got FPS right here. Look, I love the idea. I'll say that much. But I don't think I'll be investing money into it. I'll watch someone play it and see if I like it. But it's not really my cup of tea.
Really cool. Yes. It's not my type of game.
I just wish it wasn't first person.
I agree with that too.
Just not my type of game, but this is definitely for somebody. So
it's like in the same way that Cuphead was really cool to see as a video game. This is a really good attempt at another era of cartoons, and you're just moving into now. This is sort of 80s, and you're putting that into video game form. Again, this is better than probably half of the eShop right now with all the junkware, but it just didn't speak to me. A lot of people are going to go out and play it. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if I had friends that are interested in this and they was like, "Hey, can you meet me on here?" Sure, I'll try it out, but those people don't exist.
Yeah. Of course, Splatoon keeps getting more and more information about the upcoming Splatfest.
It's just announced Splatfest, ice cream. I don't even know why they're announcing Splatfest in directs. It's not even a big one.
I mean, for some people it is. Again, Splatfest is huge. Splatoon is huge in Japan.
Oh, I know.
It's huge to a lot of people.
I'm just not sure why they're announcing Splatfest in directs.
It's just one of those things, kind of like the Pokemon thing, where it's one of those things where they all have their subsections of the community. So it's you bring it up in this E3 conference style direct, just so that people have a way to remember. Here it is. Here's something, and you drop it, and I think that's pretty valuable. It wasn't necessary, but it's still a valuable thing to do.
It's cool. It also wasn't it's not a big Splatfest. I remember some of the bigger ones is when they use real licenses. Like when they had one for Transformers, one was like SpongeBob versus Patrick, or it's like one for Pokemon. It was like I think that would be a big one. It was like
this is much toned down.
Like they could plan like a better Splatfest for if they're gonna have one during the direct.
Agreed. Yeah, that was definitely a ice cream flavors.
Yeah.
Like, well, come on. Detective Pikachu, one of the bigger games that sort of that's one of the bigger things because again, it's one of those things where, this conference. I keep saying conference because it feels like it. This direct, it's like it started off slow, but it like built itself up, and this was one of the bricks that sort of built higher than everything else that we had seen so far on the direct. And it's like, wow, okay, Detective Pikachu 2. It looks interesting. Again, you guys don't have any thoughts on it?
No, nothing. I just another Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna get it, and that's it.
This game looks cool. My thing is, it's I don't know why they choose to have this out first and not have like either a remake or a port of the first Detective Pikachu, because right now you cannot legally play the first Detective Pikachu.
Right.
You either have to get like a second-hand copy or go through other means.
Yeah.
Like it's I hope they like announce a remake of the first Detective Pikachu at some point or some kind of port. But like, this is like I don't like when they do this now because it's just kind of unfair. It's like you announce a sequel to a game on a defunct platform that nobody can get.
Absolutely, it's strange that they would fracture it.
And we're talking about like they just announced Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
They announced Pikmin 4. They announced Pikmin
1 and 2.
1 and 2 along with it, and it's like that's perfect. Now everyone.
When did the game release? When was the day of the game the release?
That's the end of year, right? Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu comes out on October of 2023 here.
Okay, they can easily drop it somewhere between now and then.
But they would have announced that already. They like that. This is the perfect time where you say at the very tagline, at the very end of that, you say Detective Pikachu remaster or whatever coming to Switch. Boom,
or Detective Pikachu remaster now in development.
Right, like just something because you drop that like 6 months from now. It's like. Okay, but again, I think most people are just more interested in playing Detective Pikachu in general.
Oh yeah,
they sort of just did a soft reboot anyway, where it's like here's just Detective Pikachu Legacy, or you name it something else other than 2, so that you just kind of move off of the fact that there is a 1 stuck on a platform. That's 3DS, right?
Yeah,
they would have to completely remake that because of the 3DS format, right?
It's been. I think I played like. The first Detective Pikachu a long time ago, in the first like 5 minutes of it. I'm not sure how much it makes use of the bottom screen. I don't know anything about porting a fucking 3DS game, because I know that's a whole different interface. But like, they could either try to remake that or port that. It's just like it's just unavailable. That's my problem.
Right.
Because Nintendo, they canceled the services for 3DS and Wii U. I mean, I'm not going to say the Wii U, but like 3DS is pretty big. You can still keep some games on there.
Absolutely. So then we get to obviously the bigger piece of the pie here of this direct, and that is the fact that you're getting a complete remake of Super Mario RPG. Martin, you were estimating and predicting that there would at least be a sort of re-release of the original, but to go as far as to completely redevelop the game for a modern platform was not something that you would ever have expected. What were your thoughts seeing this? Obviously, you lost your mind. I remember that, but what do you think overall? First off, how important is Super Mario RPG?
It is extremely important. It's like if this didn't happen, we wouldn't even have the Paper Mario games right now, because a lot of people don't know. I'll say it again. Paper Mario was originally going to be Super Mario RPG 2. So if it's not here, then Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario, all the crappy arts and craft ones wouldn't exist.
Right.
Like, so yeah, this game is a cult and fan following. Like,
even the Mario and Luigi's ones, they take inspiration from. I think when I was playing the original Star Saga, it's like this is kind of like a successor to Mario RPG, because the way it holds so well. Like, not the way it plays, but like the way definitely the way it looks.
Right.
Yeah. This has a fan and cult covering. I've played and beaten it on every Nintendo system, well, except Switch, that's been released on.
Here we are.
Because it's just
that great of a game. It's basically Final Fantasy. It's basically like early Final Fantasy. That's basically what it is.
Oh yeah, this is like the game that shows the.
But I do wonder why it's not. I do wonder why it cut off the subtitle, the 7 stars.
They probably just want to start with this and see where it goes. I don't know if you have a legacy eventually where you think of doing something beyond this, but I mean, obviously with the hype that it sounds like this has, you could go in any direction that you wanted to.
They can make more. I would love if this is just a starter to them deciding they want to make more of these types of games. A sequel to this will be.
I am noticing, like, I guess, like, to differentiate, that's their way of differentiating this from the original game, because it's not called a Mario RPG, it's not called a new Mario RPG, it's just called the Super Mario RPG. And so if you want to look for the original, look for Mario RPG 7 stars.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you think of it? What about you, Mark?
I've played Super Mario RPG like years ago when I was a kid on a freaking emulator, and I don't think I finished it. I need to actually finish it.
Gasp! You didn't play on original hardware?
Nintendo
you should have went back in time and bought me one, dude. That's your fault.
You know what? You know what? I'll take that. It is my fault. I wish I knew you then. I would have went back in time and got you that goddamn copy.
I don't trust you with time. You just go back in time and give me your lunch money, punk. Who are you?
I take that lunch money and go buy this game.
I'll remember
you. Get away from me.
But no, this is like a cool announcement, and like this was also a big bomb drop, because I can't wait to see like other people's reactions to this.
They're gonna flip. That's why I can't wait to either.
And I was surprised that it wasn't saved to the end, because this is like a bomb drop. You save at the last minute.
I would have freaked out more over this than what we're going to talk about later.
Everyone is, because this is like the. Because also, I thought like Square Enix owns like some of the rights to this.
That is true. Yeah. Whenever you start back when it was called SquareSoft.
Yeah.
But and it's like and now did they buy anything back? Because I didn't see any mention.
Who knows? Maybe Square owns the 7-star subtitle.
You wonder. That might be why they just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna." Did
it say anything about Square Enix during the trailer?
No. God no. Fuck no. They were just saying no. They were just like, we're just doing this, which is good.
They went to Square and said, "Hey, can we make a Super Mario RPG remake?" Square was like, "No." All right, fuck you again. We're gonna make it.
So, and then when you brought up the fact that it's like, yeah, this is something that usually happens at the end. This is like, there was nothing at either one of those conferences from Sony or showcases. Jesus, Sony. This feels so E3. The energy that comes out of this direct, but there was nothing over at PlayStation or Xbox showcase that had something just in the middle of it that was as big as this. The closest thing was Sony with the Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater stuff, but that wasn't a first party title. You know what I mean? And so this was huge.
It was it's a remake. Snake Eater was just a remake.
Right, that's another thing. Yeah.
And I will say
some people will say this is a remake.
No, hold on. Sorry, I forgot to say Snake Eater is another remake again.
I would say this is a remake.
On top of the
it was already remade twice.
Right. I would say this is a remake. I will say
this is a remake.
I misspoke. I worded it wrong.
Remaster?
I just sound so fucking stupid there. But like no. No, this is also a remake, but this is also a bigger deal. Because this hasn't been touched, and Nintendo doesn't really like to acknowledge this too much. Because what was weird is Super Mario Sagas.
Luigi.
Mario and Luigi's Superstar Sagas. You see like a little Geno toy in the background in like one of the areas. The re-releases, they took that out.
Well, when releases, you'll be able to see it.
And that's a reference to RPG here?
Yeah. Geno is the puppet you see.
That I just saw. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like they re-released this game a couple times.
I mean, you ever heard of Geno? They crop with him every Smash game. Every single one. Put Geno in. Put Geno in.
And they finally put in a Mii costume.
This is also really good because this is going to be one of those games that sells incredibly well for Nintendo for years.
I mean,
this is winter. This is going to be coming out on November 17th. But what I think about this is a perfect game. That's like for your when people say what's a good RPG to jump your kids into.
This is a good one.
And obviously there's a bunch of games you can have your kids jump into, but this is the game right here where you could just say, all right, fuck it, I'm putting my kid holy shit. Now this is a game that's going to be purchased in droves.
Yeah, well, also this is something no one ever predicted because usually they don't remake the Mario RPGs.
They have never remade the Mario RPG.
Yeah. Besides the Mario and Luigi's.
Oh well, I would because you talking about in that format because I was separating Mario and Luigi's.
I just remembered the Mario and Luigi's as soon as I was making that sentence. I was like, correct myself.
You were just going back. You were just saying a bunch. Is that the pizza happening? What's going on here?
It's a pizza.
Yeah,
I don't know what they put in it.
Yeah,
I knew it was weird.
It was sloppy for a reason. I tell you what. Yeah. There was also an announcement. Of course, you can tell that the Mario movie had a big impact on what their plans are from this point forward. Because not only do we have this Mario game, we'll bring up the other Mario game, but we have a Princess Peach game standalone that's coming. It doesn't look like fucking fascinating. It's fine.
It looks interesting. The thing is, I like more like Mario spin-offs because it doesn't necessarily have to play like a Mario game. It seems like a puzzle type game like Luigi's Mansion, and that's. I'm interested to see what this game is like. It's like
100%. Yes.
Because like you said, the Mario movie gave them so much more confidence with the Mario brand, even more than what they already had. They're now they're releasing more Mario, so they showed up this Princess Peach game where they don't even have a title for it.
They don't have a title for it.
Because I noticed that if I was right, because it's a thing they usually do with all their Mario spin-off games like this.
But I'm fascinated. Princess Peach hasn't had her own game.
They lose their ability to jump. Like Luigi Mansion, he lost his ability to jump, and that's what they do whenever that's out of Mario game. They just that suddenly's gone. From what I'm seeing in the trailer, she hadn't jumped once.
We'll see more about this when it does come. But that's a good fact. That's a good point to bring up. But it's very again, this is just one of those things that's very fascinating. And again, it's like.
There's not be a story reason for her to jump, but it just could be a different gameplay art style. Honestly,
100%.
I'm fine. Art style, different gameplay style.
Then what's the reason for Luigi who can't in Luigi Mansion to not jump?
And he's probably got a.
Oh no, there was no. You think it was to be the poltergeist, but no. In Luigi's Mansion 2, you don't get the poltergeist, and we don't start the game with the poltergeist.
Yeah.
So Luigi is just walking around with a flashlight. Oh, and Luigi's Mansion 3 as well. So it's just a gameplay style.
Yeah.
They don't need a reason.
I think it's just simply because since it's Mario, it's the thing for Mario.
Right.
So they just.
It could be a creative choice. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like all spin-offs don't have to be platformers, and I want to see more single player focus Mario spin-offs.
Yeah, you need.
I wasn't saying
right. And what
I was just taking notice that will happen a lot of time in these Mario games, these spin-off games, even in the Mario Rabbids games.
Right, they don't tend to. Right. I will say, when I brought up the fact that it looks like the Peach game, what potentially could be what we see out of the Peach game looks. It's like I am also curious to see what it turns out to be. I'm not saying it looks like garbage. Oh, yeah. I'm also very curious as well, just from what I see upon first take. It's fine, all right. But again, a lot of that's going to be revealed at the next Direct or the Direct after. This is one of those games that could be holiday 2024 or summer 2024. There's no rush on this because this is clearly just something they thought of once the Mario movie made $1 billion. Also,
I feel like the new Mario RPG remake is going to sell well. And also, the thing about Mario RPG is it's a real ass RPG. So once they get good freaking
yes.
They get good word of mouth from that one. Nintendo's like, oh, I guess we'll make the Paper Mario's real RPGs again.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
Ever since Sticker Star, they don't.
Ever since Super Paper Mario,
you're right. They don't want to make real RPGs with the freaking Mario.
I think they're just trying to streamline make anything that's Mario easier for people to pick up. And giving it the micromanaging BS of the first 3 Paper Marios. I'm not saying BS as in I don't like it. BS as in for normies, it would be BS. They're streamlined. So like children who wouldn't want to just spend their time in menus putting this together, putting that together, they just try to get rid of all that to a point where you just have to know how to jump and press a button and just take turns.
With that being said, I hope they don't like remake this game and try to make it like easier. If they do, it better be a separate mode. Like I hope they don't like take away things from this game to make it as easy.
They
as
might.
a modern
That's
RPG.
actually a fear because they made the remakes of the Mario and Luigi games a lot easier.
They have that. Oh, I didn't know.
Superstar Saga is easier than the original.
Huh?
It's streamlined. Like the abilities are
A lot more casual.
Yeah,
a lot more
I haven't played
casual
those
now.
a lot
than
more
there were
easier
then.
to do. Like I had trouble in Bowser's Inside Story the first time I played through it. It was not an easy game, but through the Bowser's Inside Story, the remake,
But when did you play it the first time?
when it originally released.
Do you think it's just that your gaming experience could have made you?
No, I played the
more-
first 2 games before that, so I was deep into the franchise at that point.
I see.
So I was like,
You could be, but at the same time,
Right.
I don't think
No,
it's
but
my skill.
it feels like it's noticeably.
yeah, it's
You also said that's
soft.
another. That other people are saying that same thing too.
What?
Right? That
But it's softer.
The
overall.
remakes are easier. Yeah.
The remakes are they're streamlining it to make it easier for people to pick up and play. Like, but because if you played, well, I don't think they didn't remake Partners in Time.
No, they're not touching
But
that.
they remade Bowser's Inside Story, and there were fights in there that were a little bit more difficult. But in this game, it's easier to get your abilities to work the way you want them to.
Right.
Like when you put the button prompts.
Yeah. Moving on. By the way, again, just talking about the fact that 3DS title getting remade in a way, whether it's difficult or not, we are getting this Luigi's Mansion 3DS title coming to the Switch. So clearly it's not impossible to do here. However they're doing it, it's going to be executed in whatever way. So again, another thing
looks
happening
better.
off the back
Which
of the
one is
Mario
this?
movie.
This
This is Dark Moon. Right?
Yeah.
So
I don't really care for
Yeah.
Dark Moon.
well, it's
It's a
coming.
fun-
It's good. You know,
yeah,
this
it's
is
a
just
fun-
more
it's a
content.
fun game. I
Don't
like it.
don't buy it then. Get out of here.
I like the first one a whole lot.
It's weird. It does some things worse than the first one. It also does some things better. Dark Moon's still a good game.
It's
though.
really tedious
I see.
I
to
didn't see it
play
that way.
through this game.
I thought Dark Moon was fun.
I felt it tedious to have to backtrack through these several different mansions.
It didn't feel tedious because it was very mission based.
Yeah.
And then like the pacing of the game, it's very fast paced.
You would have to go through this, beat this level, and then go back into this level in order to do something else. It's like because since you said it was mission based, you couldn't do something in this mission.
I know,
that you
but
couldn't do in that
they will
mission.
port you to a section in that level. It's not like an open world where go over here to this side of the map, go back
All
to the
the
other
way
side of
back
the map.
up.
It's not that. You just they'll transport you to a certain section of the level, and the levels are very small, so it doesn't the backtracking is no, just go to this area.
I like that. I like to be able to travel across the mansion as I please.
That's fair.
Like in the first game. I like to load okay, I gotta go to the
Just the
basement.
freedom and I can move how
I wouldn't mind fast travel points. That's fine. But it's a mansion. It's not really that big. So to be able to just
Wait, I'm sorry, but the issue was they have you backtrack and forth, and you're just saying you like the open world map.
No, I don't like the segmented mission thing. The mission bit. I found that tedious to have to just go out of this and go into that instead of just having to walk back. I don't like that. I don't like level based.
I thought it was fine because it was also a handheld game, and they're probably not gonna change that aspect of it. It's still a fun game, and I still recommend it. It's they use what they improved in this game to from the first game and got the best of both worlds in Luigi's Mansion 3. I think.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you have any experience with Luigi Mansion?
Again, I do not. The thing about this is, I think, the clear and obvious thing about the navigation is just simply the 3DS limitation, right? I mean, if you compare to the first Luigi Mansion and this Dark Moon here, it's clear and obvious, hey, we can only do so much with the tech.
Yeah,
so
that's why we're getting dragged. That's why you're getting dragged
I get why I
back
do
and forth. Yeah.
And there are several different mansions instead of just the one big place you get to explore.
Right.
I'm not saying anything like that. It's just I still feel as though like I'd rather just walk to this area than.
Absolutely.
I remember that was a major issue everyone had with the second game. It was like it wasn't mansion or a mansion, even though it was called Luigi Mansion. Just like slightly large houses.
The first one was a mansion.
No.
She's saying what people were like joking about.
About the second game. That's what people didn't like. It was like it wasn't exploring like a big mansion. It was just like a bunch of slightly large houses in the second game.
I disagree with that because I still think that first one was a mansion. At least that first one.
Again, he's saying that.
I get what you're saying. I'm not
just
agreeing
the
with
second
him.
game. No, he's saying the same thing. The second people were saying the second game. People were saying was because of the limitation to the 3DS.
And I'm saying fuck those people. That's what I'm saying.
What?
No, the people were only talking about the second, the Dark Moon game. They're not talking about the first game. They're talking about.
No, I'm talking about the second game.
Right, but
you're talking about the first level?
I'm talking about the first building you're in.
Oh, okay.
It was an actual mansion.
Okay, my bad.
The other buildings were like. Okay.
It wasn't that big though.
Like
even though, like you can argue like the other
I'm
areas.
bored. It was a big mansion.
Yeah, the other areas were mansions, but they were like they were very small areas.
Like,
all of them were very small areas compared to like the big map of the first game.
All right, we're gonna move off of Luigi's Mansion.
I'm sorry. Wait, I need one more thing on Luigi's Mansion. It's another problem we have with Detective Pikachu, where like now we have Luigi's Mansion 2. So when are we getting Luigi's Mansion 1?
Yeah, that's
and
it's clear. And they didn't do a full remake. Obviously,
it's a GameCube game. They're going to do HD it and re-release it like they do all the rest of them.
It's very strange.
I know, but it's again. Yeah, you're about to say.
It's very strange that they didn't do a full-on remaster remake. Then, if they're going to give that GameCube game the full treatment, why would you then only give a... Obviously, this is a quick reaction. Obviously, this is all the Mario-based stuff, all the Mario spin-off-based stuff is clearly because of the Mario movie success.
Oh, yeah, you get
because you saw how that trailer looked, the Luigi's Mansion trailer. It did not look... It looked bad. I mean, it's cool, but it looked like they're going to need to really fine-tune this quite a bit.
I thought it looked fine.
It looked fine.
It definitely needs some fine tuning. So here's the thing.
It's a Mario game.
So here's the thing. Luigi's Mansion 1 has already been remade for the 3DS, but at the tail end of its lifespan, like at the very tail end of its lifespan.
Okay.
And so like, I mean, if they're gonna like port Luigi's Mansion 2, which is already a 3DS game, like they can easily port Luigi's Mansion 1 as well.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering when the first one's gonna come back. When the first one is gonna come back to Switch, because you might as well put the whole series on there.
I mean, again, it's one of those things that's like just like, hey, this should have already been here. I'm glad that they're working on it, but to only do one of them and not the other again kind of puts you in a weird pickle. So but
I just find it weird that we get
these to know when the game shall appear from our masters, Lord and Masters Nintendo. How dare you?
You're right. Getting off of Nintendo, of course we had. Now again, this is just another one of those situations where you have a third party coming in saying, "All right, let's drop something that's been out for obviously about a decade now." These Arkham games are not new in the slightest. They have been out for a very long time, but it's going to sell some copies. It's still valuable because you'll be able to experience it on the Switch. And the entire idea, again, is that you're not just on a home console. And so I do think that this is very beneficial, especially if you're, let's say, on a train or doing something like that. That's the whole point of these home console sort of ports, is you're getting this experience now to go. So I think this will do pretty well. It's not really big news, but it's still something pretty...
I can always play more Batman. It's Batman.
Yeah, so let me.
Well, I just hope this is like a $30 collection, because they usually sell these games for like dirt cheap everywhere. So I mean, this is a $60 collection because it doesn't look like it has that much features.
It doesn't, especially when you compare.
I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale, bro. Because I would like to play these on a Switch. Like I don't mind. Well, I'd rather play other places, but I don't mind playing on a Switch. But like, if it's for full price, like if it's over 30, then like, nah, I can wait for it.
Especially when you compare it to the Metal Gear Solid content. We'll talk about that later. That comes with a fucking ton.
It comes with everything.
That makes sense for maybe a full price.
I wouldn't mind. If that's a $70 collection, it's like, okay, you earned it.
No, we got some sort of bland stuff. We had Gloomhaven. I don't think a lot of people are going to be hyped about that. You have Just Dance 24. You have, now then you had Silent Hope. And I think this was this the one that Martin was very excited about? Let me see. I think so. I think Martin said, I want to...
No, this one is the one I want is a lot later into the series.
Yeah, this is...
it's interesting. It's interesting.
It was StarOcean.
It's interesting, and I could play it, but it was definitely not this one. It was the one he just mentioned.
Yeah, it was StarOcean.
Yeah.
No, never mind. It's not the one he was just mentioning.
All right, so, yeah. Then we had, Silent Hope. And then we get to, again, Martin's favorite, Fae Farm.
Mark? You mean Mark?
Yeah.
No, you were right. Martin's favorite.
Yeah, so Fae Farm is just one of those things where it's, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that we've gotten so many of these on the Switch. It's like, okay.
I have to mention it because this was like announced during like every direct does that little, here's a bunch of slop we're releasing to the eShop and we're just going to go in a row very fast. This game exists, this game exists, this game exists, on to real announcements.
So there was also the Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 that has a sequel coming. That's already been sort of out there. It's not that it's not bad or anything. I think it's fine.
I mean, we can just talk about our impression of the first Hot Wheels one. And it's like I like the aesthetic. I like that it definitely looks like you're playing as the little toy Hot Wheels because every other Hot Wheels games does have like the crazy loops and stuff.
Yes.
But it's like a car racing game. This one is just like you're playing as little toys. It's just giving you a little nostalgia of those seeing those sets. I mean, I like that. The racing itself wasn't all that interesting. It doesn't really control all that tight. And my big problem with it was especially on the Switch version, it's only up to 2 players couch.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Especially for a racing game, just give me some 4-player Switch screen.
Absolutely. That's why why Mario Kart's so popular. That's why you have so many games out there that are valuable.
That's why, because I bought this around the same time I bought Cruisin' Blast for the Switch.
Yeah.
And I played Cruisin' Blast, and that was amazing.
It's
and
night,
then I played
night and day.
And then I played Hot Wheels. And I was like, this is okay. Let's go back to Cruisin' Blast.
Yeah, that's the thing about...
that game, it's 4 players.
That's the thing about Hot Wheels Unleashed, the first one. It's not bad, but I thought the gameplay... It just didn't have fluidity. The driving feels very you could jump into you could go into the PS2 and you probably feel closer tied to a Hot Wheels Unleashed than you would most racing games that are presently on Switch or on any new console. There's just not a lot of good feedback outside of vibration. I will say I do like the car collection there. You had some cars from that movie, the Highway something. I can't even fucking remember.
I love all the licensed cars you get. I want that mystery machine one.
Yeah, it's just, but the amount of time I would have to spend in it, I don't feel like I would ever. I don't even feel like ever going back to it.
A lot of DLC, a lot of microtransactions.
That's the bigger deal as well. I also look. Again, like you said, I love the way the car's texture looks because the texture looks like it's a Hot Wheel car.
Oh yeah.
So they did a really good job with that, and the tracks
so much nostalgia.
The tracks are pretty cool, but I thought the driving just didn't leave me interested, and I'd rather play something else. And it was fine, and that's where I'll leave it.
And by the very least, 4 players at the same time.
Yeah. By the way, the reason why this has a sequel is only because a lot of people bought this because we were excited about it.
Yeah.
Not that it was necessarily good, but just I remember we were Bryan Phillips was excited about it. Everyone was excited about it in the racing community about, look at this Hot Wheels game. And so I think a lot of people bought it and it just made so much money that they made a sequel, whether or not it was a good game. And, we'll see if people come back to the well this time.
A random trivia, they were playing, the little kid was playing Hot Wheels Unleashed and Fast X.
You serious?
Yeah. There was one of the scenes in Fast X, and it was Fast and Furious movie. The kid, when it got to the Don's child at home, he was just playing Hot Wheels Unleashed,
and that makes it worth it. That makes it worth watching. You had Manic Mechanics, and this is kind of like Overcooked, where Overcooked kind of style, where it's you're doing all these things, you got to go ahead and work. Oh, and then there's other stuff. I didn't pay attention to this, so it has some stuff. It's one of those things where
I was looking away from the screen when
I don't think I was paying attention either.
You want me to this part?
But there's couch co-op here.
This is not. in my brain.
Yeah, so this isn't, again, this isn't a bad looking game, but it's one of those games where, it's like a party kind of thing. You go, you grab a couple friends, or a single friend, because it's 2-player, and you jump in. I don't think that's a bad thing, but, interesting. More word about Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC. That's already out, by the way.
I'm loving the cutscenes. I still need to actually play the game. I've owned the first Rabbids plus Mario for a while. I'm not too big on tactics games, but I'm still open to try it. I was hoping they show more. I just want to see more Rayman cutscenes. I love the little Rayman snippet they showed during the Ubisoft press conference. I just want to see more Rayman.
Yes.
I was disappointed when I didn't get to see more Rayman.
No, this was all more about the Rabbids again.
Yeah.
Again, but I like that they're making the Rabbids more interesting to play as beyond just what they used to be, just raiding.
It was a stale joke.
Yes.
I didn't mind their games too much. It was just minigame compilations. I think their best single player game without Rayman was Rabbids Go Home for the Wii. I think that was pretty fun. But it's just it's kind of just a stale joke. But when Plus Rabbids came out, they found more nuance to them. They actually gave them more interesting type of designs and characters. They're doing a lot with this the whole
they're stretching
this a whole new Rabbids world.
Yes, they're definitely stretching it beyond just look at these stupid looking rabbits that we made. Look at it's now they're more expressive. You've got sharp design. Some of them actually have voices. It's wow, okay.
Personality.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's not enough for me to say, all right, go and buy it unless it's on sale. But hey, good on you guys for doing that. I appreciate that. You put effort into it this time.
I just want I want to see more cutscenes of 3D Rayman. Have we not seen 3D Rayman in a long time?
Right. We had, in the announcement for DragonQuest Monsters.
This game is just an in-game game. Basically, when in all of Dragon Quest, there's this area you can go to a coliseum where you can just use your monsters to fight each other. Yeah. That's what this is.
Okay.
That is just that given the entire game, and I'm there for it because I like those little coliseum matches with all the monsters.
Stadium practically, like Pokemon Stadium. Practically.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking it's just this Pokemon, Dragon Quest Pokemon.
I would say it's more Digimon Pokemon than Digimon.
I see.
Pokemon.
I don't play Digimon.
Because you play Digimon games, you got all your mons out on the field at once, fighting like a team,
Pikachu, all those guys.
No, but anyway, that's just the Coliseum mode outside of the game, and I'm all for that. They gave it a story,
right?
It's Dragon Quest.
I guess
you can't really go wrong.
It's not completely Pokemon, but it's very the vibe is definitely Pokemon-esque,
right?
Especially looking from the outside.
Well, Dragon Quest has its own, all of its.
Oh yeah, it has its own style, it has its own thing. It can do a Pokemon thing. Why not?
Yeah.
Dragon Quest.
I mean, it's Dragon Quest. It's the license to print money.
Oh yeah. Well, they put Square Enix always puts quality in these games.
We ended up with more information. Just a quick little bit about Pikmin 4 there. This will be coming with a release date, of course, of July 21st. So it's close now. You have a demo on June 28th, but you just get more perspective on what you're doing. There's a night mode, where you go to Baltimore and things go wrong. So, it's very...
The joke is, we're in Baltimore right now.
Indeed, yeah. So, it's...
Don't go out at night.
But...
Top 3 dangerous cities, baby!
Yep.
Top 2.
For the win.
What?
We ruled up. So, I don't really have anything to say about Pikmin. It's Pikmin. I'm going to get it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Again, it's one of those franchises from Nintendo that's not... To me, it's not like, oh, look at that, Pikmin, oh snap.
But it's also harmless. So
I know it has its fandom, and also it's one of those where it's E for everyone. So, it's go out, there you go. If you have kids, it's fine.
I love to look at this game, and I love that you're exploring a little house. And it's more you're exploring more suburban areas in this. And I kind of like that change up. I still need to play more of this franchise. I've only played the first one, and I think I got to day 8 or day 10, and the game just is kicking my ass because I'm not good at multitasking. But I do want to play the rest of the franchise, and after this announcement, it showed me I could on the fucking same system this game is coming out on, and that's fucking badass.
Yep, Pikmin 1 and 2. Very good combination there.
Fucking later to date, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a good move on Nintendo's part. Again, just more valuable stuff and keeps the franchise valuable in the world of Nintendo.
That's a big bomb drop. Just like both GameCube games are just right on the Switch.
Yes. There was another big bomb drop. Obviously, there was so much news about Metal Gear Solid getting sort of remade. The third game getting remade for modern platforms. You had the first two coming to modern platforms, but this Volume 1 Master Collection that's on the Switch is just so impressive because of what you're getting. You're getting the original games. You're getting the games from the past. Not just from the PS1 and not PS1, PS2 era. This is, the amount of you're getting graphic novel in there. You're getting artwork. Again, just valuable stuff that makes the price that they're probably going to put this at, which is full price. It makes it all the more worth it. Again, I think that's what will push this game to become, or this bundle to become valuable. This is what I like to see. This is something that I would love to see from PlayStation to do for, fucking Sly Cooper or fucking Jack and Daxter or, fucking something here, Ape Escape. I would love for them. I'm saying, but artwork and fucking everything. Bundle it all in. Do a re-release of that. I would love to see that. So I appreciate when I see something like this.
I just want to throw in something for you and the listeners. I'm not trying to cut you off. I keep thinking your sentence is ending, and that's when I'm like, okay, I'll just interchange
and I keep talking like this.
But this was announced during the Sony presentation, but we actually see it in action here. We see what it has in store.
That's a good point. They did have that at the end, but they didn't show. I'm surprised. This is really good. I'm surprised they wouldn't have put that in there.
Yeah, we heard it was a collection featuring the games, but we didn't they didn't explain more about it.
No, not at all.
We actually saw it here, so I'm pretty sure this is the collection that's going to come on every other platform as well.
Yeah,
but it was actually fully announced here.
Absolutely.
And this is a jam-packed collection. Props to Konami. I guess ever since the pandemic, the pachinko machines are not really making that much money. So no. It's we have what do we have to make money? We got these things called games. I guess we can try those.
Well, we have these people called fans. They've been mad at us outside. They've been saying something about re-releasing content.
They keep saying some video games. Is that thing we used to do? I guess it is.
The boss spits coffee out of his mouth.
Cool
we do that?
We what?
We make the PlayStation? What the fuck? We make PlayStation stuff?
Oh, the thing was a DVD player. What
the fuck? You just told me this? I've been boss for 2 years now. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I'm totally down to buy this collection again. I have a PS3 collection, but if I don't turn on PS3, I just get the Switch one.
There is Vampire Survivors. You had Jesus Christ, Headbangers, Rhythm Royale as well. Just a couple of
they
look like fun.
I want to speak of Vampire Survivors real quick. I recommend you can try it because it's dirt cheap and it's PC intensive at all. I think you can run it on any PC.
On Windows XP right now.
Yeah, you can you can run on your shit right now, Brian. So I recommend trying. This is a fun distraction.
Because you said,
playing this
just
with
moving.
It's very arcadey, and I like playing it with my arcade stick. And this is look like a fun game to have.
Did it originally have co-op?
I don't know, and I don't think it did, and that's a big announcement.
Right.
They're probably gonna price it a bit higher than its dirt price on Steam.
I mean,
so
literally,
I can see that'll make it worth
especially if it's online co-op. Does it say online co-op?
Local.
There you go. Set it right on the screen there. Yeah. It's like it heard you. Just turn it.
Yeah. If it had local co-op, if it had online co-op, this be
take me now.
Yeah. As someone who's not an online gamer, I respect couch co-op a lot. So that's a selling point to me.
Yes.
So I'm down. I'm gonna buy this game on the Switch. It's probably just $10 and all my net worth it.
100%.
They sell it it's rare, but it's a game that's sold for way less than it's more valuable than. I don't think I worded that properly, but yeah.
No, I understand. Yeah, and then we had one of the. I'm sorry.
We're watching
we're watching
rhythm games, and it looks Doesn't
all
look that interesting.
all I see is a Pokeball with a dick sticking out of it.
No, it just looks stupid as hell. Like, this is so stupid. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Someone developed.
I like rhythm games, so this one is like, it looks like basic Simon Says shit, and I'm not really.
And again, this is where we started getting, you think this is a lull. This is what makes it great, is you think that this is kind of the lull point. But like you said, Vampire Survivors is actually interesting. Headbangers, I mean, whatever you think about it, it's like, it can be fun for like people that do streaming. It could be fun for just families or just friends hanging out or whatever, goofy stuff. And then you have this really cool looking platformer that it's like, good. Here we go, a new IP platformer once again. And I'm all for it.
I have every intention of getting this.
I thought you was gonna continue on that. Yeah,
I
have every intention on getting this. But like, this looks fun as hell. Like, it looks very fast paced.
Oh, you meant me?
You said me.
No, I was talking. I was talking to Mark because
I was waiting on Martin to say.
I thought you were going to agree, and then I was going to keep talking.
No, because I said that, and then Martin jumped in, and I was like. Yeah, I
thought you were going to say the name, and I was going to keep this game because you didn't get the chance to say the name of the game. Because we still didn't say the name of the game.
The game? What game? What? We're not...
Headbangers! Oh, it's fucking amazing!
But no, of course, this is Penny's Big Breakaway. And again, it's like, you have a really cool gameplay element here. The motion, the speed, the fluidity of it. I'm, excited to play it.
Please, the fact that you're getting chased the entire time. Speedy platformers, like...
the fact that you're getting chased the entire time.
Yeah.
It's just... a fun gimmick that I would love to just explore.
Yeah, give me more speedy platformers. I love Sonic, and like I love more type of Sonics. Same thing with like Smash Brothers. Please give me more Smash Brothers, but like nobody can make them right. except for Sakurai for some reason.
Yeah, somehow I don't know how it's like even up to PlayStation down to fucking Nicktoons. No one can do that shit right. Penny's Big Breakaway does not have a release date at all, so something around 24 most likely, if you can imagine.
That's around the corner.
Yeah,
it's like tomorrow.
Dude, it's
right?
We're already halfway through the year. I know you're joking, but it's gonna be Christmas in like 2 days.
We're gonna be
basically
dead soon.
Yeah, soon. Yeah, we are. Yeah. We had.
Remember when we were young and we were like, Penny's Big Breakaway is coming out so long?
That's us with GTA. That's a lot of people with GTA 6 right now. Where it's like, I can't wait for GTA 6 in like 2016. And they learn, oh shit, it's going to take way longer. So, you had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pack information. I've totally forgot that they usually drop this on YouTube randomly. They don't usually drop all the contents just on a direct. So, we ended up just getting...
one time they did.
They probably did once, but this is a good tease. You get the Piranha plant, you get the Wiggler, and you get Kamek.
Which I still know Waluigi, goddammit!
So, it is weird. So, I thought that, again, for the character... Look, very exciting. The idea that we were getting brand new characters in a game that's been out for almost 10 years. Very exciting. But I'm going to be honest, these 3 characters I could give a fuck less about. I understand, they're Mario accessories. But we could really go as far out as we wanted to in these last, 6 slots?
They're probably saving it for... They're probably saving it for 9 to 2 to 3 years.
I like Kamek. I
understand. He's the most valuable in those.
Yeah, I wanted to have the same voice as he did in Mario. Everyone was that voice actor was.
Yeah, that'd be gold right there.
Definitely not gonna. But yeah, of all 3 of those, Kamek is he should have been in here a lot longer.
Yeah.
A lot long ago. He's the right hand man. Buzz right hand man. He should have been there already. So
yeah,
I do agree that they could have did that earlier with more useless characters they released earlier in the slots.
They started releasing new characters at wave 3 or 4.
No, they haven't released. They did release Birdo, right?
They started releasing.
I can't recall which wave that was.
I think that was wave 4. They just started releasing. We We didn't think new characters would come with this stuff.
No, but it was just that it was
started
blank.
like at wave 4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, because at wave 3 we had these blank. We had like a bunch of blanks. It was like, what?
What's going on here?
New characters? What the? Yeah, that was cool. So and look, the new tracks again. I know that they're running out of ideas, but a fucking bathtub.
We can fall in the toilet.
Like guys, a bathtub. Come on, you could do anything.
You ran over a toilet.
Yeah, there's actual turds in there too.
You got fucking coupons. Fucking toilet. Like guys, that's not. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, I
hope the water toilet's fucking
run out of ideas.
Yes, because this is a stupid idea, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not giving props.
Honestly, I wish they would add more force type levels when you're riding through.
Force. If they're not gonna add Waluigi's character, they should have like put him in the background taking a shit.
He should be the full size human character just bent down like
Yeah, it's thinking man.
Yeah, thinking
man. It's like super realistic and normal. It's just like pulling down his pants.
But no, I really would this.
You gotta dodge his balls.
I really wish they would add more force levels. I like force levels.
That's what was cool about that one
but we don't
Mario
have that
circuit.
many in this at all. Like
no,
when you're just driving through like a thick forest.
Yes.
So,
this stage should have been the bathroom from the Mario movie. Or the fucking floods.
Oh my god!
and you have that like dog chasing.
The dog, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Too much Illumination licensure, I'm sure. So we had StarOcean.
Yes.
Second story.
That's the one I said you were like interested.
Yeah, that's the one because I got the first one already, and I got a bunch of the other ones. This is my third favorite RPG series.
Do they all look like this?
No, they don't all look like this.
This is a great idea. As you said before.
These are how the earlier games look.
Right.
It's a great combination visually, you know, by the way.
Fantasy and sci-fi, I love that mission. I wish more games would do that.
Is this a Square Enix game?
Yeah, it's Square Enix.
Okay,
as I've said,
the same Octopath Traveler engine.
Exactly. What I've said before is though I like this, I would rather eventually them actually have true form anime looking like the character designs there. I would love eventually for us to get to a point where. But I mean, it's still kind of off, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it still is like they're not there yet, visually. Like, to have it full flowing hair, everything's as fluid as possible, expressions aren't just kind of chunky. But I love this. That's what I'm saying. If you can't do that, I'll take this all the way, because I love the way that the battles look, because it's like you have the fluidity and then you still have the pixelation, and it's beautiful to me.
No, they changed this completely in the newer games.
Okay.
There's no more 2D. Like the newest game that just came out is a StarOcean. It's just full on 3D models like these. Well, not like those.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying though. But they're not all the way to what I wish.
Right.
But I'm saying
so I do like the mixture of 3D and 2D. Like when you're in the ship, it's flying around, all that 3D motion and everything.
Yeah.
And when you got a ship, they got the 2D models. That's a good combination that I wish, like I said, more games would do.
100%.
But it only seems like Square Enix is like willing to do this.
Yeah, again, that's one where there's going to be a lot of fans on that too. So, WarioWare, completely new game. Again, when we're talking about things in the Mario franchise, just obviously I don't think this is more related overall to the impact of the Mario movie, but it's just something to where, again, it's another thing where it's from Nintendo, you're getting a full-size experience. Really good.
Well, that's from a different team in Nintendo, because they make the Rhythm Heaven games, which is like they. I was wondering when they're gonna make another Rhythm Heaven, because they keep making. I don't mind these Wario. I love the WarioWare series more than Rhythm Heaven, but I'm just wondering where's the Rhythm Heaven?
It's probably because the IP is it's
Rhythm Heaven was very famous in Japan. It was like I'm not sure how it is here, but like I'm surprised they're not working on.
I mean, I've gotten all the games. The latest one was Mega Mix.
Yeah, and 3, and that was great. I'm like, give me that on the Switch, or give me a new one. Freaking Rhythm Heaven is awesome. But like another WarioWare, I am completely down for. This like announcement was just like it's for me. So I thought it was like a port of Smooth Moves for the Wii, which is a great WarioWare game. I love that one too. But like no, it's just a new game using the motion controls of the Switch. And well, I'm also seeing some repeats from
the past games.
Yeah, from Smooth Moves. But also I'm seeing some new mini games, and like I'm buying this day one, and this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I love the WarioWares. I just love these fast-paced mini games. You got to figure out what to do in a certain time limit.
Absolutely. Let me see if there's a release date here. Just want to make sure. I don't think there was a release date. October. Thank you very much.
Or was November?
There we go, November 3rd. That's right. Very packed end of the year here. And that's the thing. It's like
They
So
want
many games
your
for
money.
me.
Again, even with all of this, we still had, they announced some stuff about, they told the world about Nintendo Live in Seattle, of course. They talked about the Tears of the Kingdom Amiibo. And then we got to, obviously, the big chunky boy of it all. The biggest thing, the most valuable thing of
The
this
one
whole
more
conference.
thing.
Unless you care about RPG more, which is understandable. But there's so much here from this trailer that you get that's so fascinating. Which, of course, what we're talking about is Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which, again, great name, as I was saying before.
Damn, Mario looks so
great
wide.
name.
So
And again, like you brought up, Mark, the art style, everything about it is
Different.
it's vibrant.
It's vibrant. It looks like there's more character within this art style. It does almost look like new Super Mario Bros., but there's more popping. Because
I don't know. I'm seeing Super Mario World mixed with Mario versus Donkey Kong, like the newer Mario versus Donkey Kong games.
Those art styles were popping too.
Yeah.
The thing about my problem is with the new Super Mario Bros. Games, it's like the art style after a while just became very generic, and they just kept throwing those games out. And it's like people were wondering, like, where are you gonna go from here after you just released new Mario Bros. U on the Switch, and you got Mario Maker 1 and 2, where you could just kind of make your own levels. And it's like, okay, yeah, they're doing something different. Like, Mario has more animation and expressions from what we've seen in this trailer, and he's like has a different run style and everything. It seems like they're going for different gameplay mechanics too that like the new Super Mario Bros. Games wouldn't really do. This is definitely a new type of like 2D Mario experience, and I just like can't wait to try it. I was really rooting for them to find something new, a new angle with 2D Mario, and because the thing is, the new Super Mario Bros. Games aren't bad, but they're just
stuck.
They're starting to blend into each other. But every time I play them, I have a good time, and they're fine. They're fun platformers, but they just if you was to announce a new one, no matter how good the gameplay is, it just feel the same to me. I wouldn't feel excited, but I feel excited for this one. This is definitely a new take on 2D Mario.
It's one of those things where, like you said, very good point, where you look at 2D Mario and you feel like they kind of got stuck in that identity for a very long time. And if you're looking for anything new, you had to wait for a 3D experience. So, again, you sort of are going in a new direction here. And, again, massive deal just to close out this conference.
And I love 2D Mario.
But I do want to bring the fact that for the first time ever, Daisy is a playable character in a platforming Mario game.
What are you talking about? She was... Dude, you know how much Nintendo cares about Daisy? She was almost not even in the fucking Strikers game. That's how much they fucking care about Daisy, man. Jesus Christ.
But I'm glad it goes because, like I said, I never said this, so she is my favorite princess of the...
I want to say definitely it's probably
I
think Smash even made it even more popular.
Even in Smash, she was just Princess Peach.
Right.
Everything about her was Princess Peach. They should have given her some plant-based attacks since she is Daisy.
Right.
We'll get to that. But yeah, I'm glad they finally showing some respect putting respect on the name.
Even here, it doesn't seem like she has a unique identity. I think most of her unique identity comes from the sports games.
Yes.
It's cool that she's here. I wish they would just throw in Wario and all the
Maybe
Luigi
when the sequel comes out, Super Mario Brothers Wander Over Yonder, when that comes out.
It's a reference to that weird Disney show.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't what I was going for. But yes, that is that too.
Yeah.
What else? Wait, what else?
That's just a term.
Oh, okay.
Am I missing?
To wander over yonder.
Am I missing something?
No.
Wander yonder.
Yeah, I think about it.
The fact that they do announce this 2D Mario, and again, this is you're looking at Sony, and you're looking at just as we're talking about wrapping up this whole thing. You're talking about Sony, and you're talking about Xbox, and we're talking about what's at the end of the year. And the biggest one at the end of the year, obviously, is Spider-Man. That's in terms of the other companies. End of October, here, Super Mario Brothers Wonder on October 20th, through the end of November, is Nintendo Land. It does not matter what's coming out on any other platform. This is Nintendo Land from, like, for fall. Fall is just, you know, I can't imagine what, like, Nintendo New York, that store, is going to look like, because it's going to change so many times, because they usually theme it around a certain game. There's, like, 4 or 5 games, or 3 or 4 major releases coming out in the span of, like 5 weeks.
I think we announced some big hitters for next year, too. Like,
yes.
Next year. This is like a...
We don't even know how big that Peach game is going to be, by the way.
It could be.
Yeah.
It's fucking shit. They could announce some, like, wacky shit, like Wario and Waluigi's fucking playable or some shit.
Yeah.
But, like,
I'm laughing, but you know, some goofy shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Chris Pratt.
There we go. He's voicing Peach this time.
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
But, there's so much to get. I'm not going to be able to get all these games. Cause, like,
you got to choose one.
Because not even just this directed alone. There was, like, so much shit announced during Summers of Games Fest that, like, I do want.
I see.
But, like, as for October, like, that month is reserved for Spider-Man. Like,
I see. When does that come out?
Beginning, secondary.
Is that beginning or end of October?
October 20th.
Fuck. Is that the same day?
If any game comes around the
10/20, both of them.
Woo.
They're bold. They're like, we're putting it right along
Spider-Man takes priority. Maybe I'll play
this.
I'll
just have to get them all at once.
Maybe I'll like play it between plays to Spider-Man 2.
That's bold as shit. That's usually it's like, all right, let's kind of be respectful here. They don't give a fuck. They're just we're gonna put this same day as Spider-Man 2. That is incredible. Holy shit, that's impressive.
2 exclusives on different platforms. They got their audience.
They do. That's still
it's not that bold, honestly.
I mean,
it's two different types of gameplays too. Type of game genres.
It ain't like Tears of Kingdom and
Horizon.
Horizon.
Where that was very much like similar things.
It ain't like Horizon
and Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like they keep bringing it up at the same time, but
this is more like
two exclusives on two different platforms and two different.
I'm pretty damn sure that most people are going to get both of them.
Yes, this is more like Animal Crossing and Doom back in the day, which I can't wait to see when we get a bunch of art styles where you have Spider-Man walking up to the store for Mario, and you have Mario going for Spider-Man or whatever. People are going to do a bunch of those artworks.
Even if people don't get this around that week, they're going to get this. They're going to get this game later.
Yeah, no, this is, if not end of the year, beginning of the year. And again, this is much more of a... Again, this is one of those system... This is a system seller. On top of the RPG game.
Yes!
This is a... We're gonna... If they bundle anything, if they give a... There's gotta be a bundle, right?
No.
Yes.
Nintendo doesn't bundle.
Imagine... Remember, they just did the pastel colors, didn't they?
Huh?
Didn't they just have a pink pastel and a blue pastel?
What
if they do a pink
for Switch controllers?
What if they do a pink Joy-Con?
I thought you were talking about game bundles, because like Nintendo's like, no, every game you have to buy individually.
They do, right?
That's our money right there.
It's so disgusting they don't pack in the game anymore.
With hardware, they will bundle, but like not for anything cheaper. It was like plus you can buy this game plus the price of the controllers together.
Yes.
I remember one of the stupidest bundles was like that. No offense to you, Mark. I know you're in this series, but like the Pokemon bundles where you can buy both games at once, and it's like for no.
What are you talking about? I wouldn't buy both games at once.
Okay,
I wouldn't buy both games.
Okay, yeah, but like it's like
if I need an exclusive, I'm gonna get my friend. He gonna get me. His
like
game.
what was stupid? It's not for any kind of like cheaper value or anything. It's like for the price of 2 games, you can buy 2 games. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Right up at that price. But, I just think, this is, it's good to see that we're now getting an idea of what the holiday season's going to look like. And, again, we have not gotten Nintendo Switch sales numbers since February. And it's like 20 million south of the record.
Excuse me.
It could be, by next February, right around there.
Oh, I gotta give you props for that, Martin. You're smart because I know people that like are stupid enough to buy both Pokemons just for the fun.
I have many friends, including some of you guys know, who will buy the different game.
Right.
Okay. I'm not gonna spend what you said earlier, the price of 2 games for the price of 2 games. No, that's nonsense.
My God.
Especially in the newer games that ain't got much difference to them.
I mean, that's literally the equal of like buying Madden twice.
Fools.
I mean,
Buying Madden at all.
it's a real experience, guys. You might as well get brand new Madden at launch day.
Buying a sports game at all is stupid.
Broken. But overall, though, this this reminded me of just those really strong E3 press conferences from the past. Best of the best, one of the best of the summer, if not actually the best sort of showcase of the summer, because it really gives you an idea of where Nintendo's going for the next like 18 months. That's all that all of these companies had to do. That's what Sony had to do. That's what Xbox had to do. They both could not give me by the end of it, I'm like, what the fuck does any of this mean? Because it doesn't tell me anything logically. This tells me the next 18 months, here's what's happening with Luigi, here's what we're planning with Peach, here's some Mario stuff, here's what's happening with Pokemon, just a reminder, here's Mario Kart coming in the next couple weeks, here's Pikmin, here's this, here's some IP that we haven't used in a while, here's some indie games, and just said, here. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know why it was so difficult for both other companies to do that, but they nailed it here.
I think their directs is overall getting better, because I remember the last direct thing was in February.
Yes. And that was a fucking bombshell,
That was a good one. So it's like, they're just getting better with these. I didn't think a direct was coming around this time, because like and Nintendo was like during the whole Summer's Game Fest / Sony presentation era, which was just like last week.
Yeah, they said we're not doing.
They were just silent for a while, and then it's like all of a sudden out of nowhere, Nintendo Direct coming. It's coming
tomorrow. Here we go.
Shit! Fuck! Oh, okay.
All right, let me get my fucking pants on first. Jesus fucking Christ! You know.
Well, I might as well keep these off while I'm here. It's like, I'll grab the lotion.
Oh my God. Yeah, but you know, again, I just like last time, where it's like I just appreciate seeing a company respect its audience enough to say, here's something for everyone. Here's what our plan is, and not like, you know, not fragmenting it, not going after one specific segment like Sony. Sony said, we're going to show you all of our live shooters, all of them, like 5 of them in a row.
We're going to show you some CG trailers that don't explain the actual game.
Yeah, and then we're going to spend 20 minutes on Spider-Man. The fuck? Like,
there was this one weird CG trailer during the Microsoft conference where it was just like, it was a cool trailer. It was like, I guess like it was some dude playing the guitar or something.
Yeah.
And like I was like, that's a really good looking art style. What's the game? Logo comes up. All right, what's the game? Like, then they start the next trailer. What's the game? What the fuck? What's the game?
I'm not gonna lie.
They don't sell on that either. They just kind of moved on.
The point of these, you're supposed to sell me these.
Yes.
Like, what are you selling? It's like, hey, it's like a salesman coming to you. Hey, I got this box. It's gonna be for selling. What's in the box? He just walks away. What's in the box? He doesn't acknowledge it.
That is exactly how I felt with both of those. Absolutely. It's more the Xbox one, because the Xbox one ended and they just moved to Starfield. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I just saw, but I don't care about almost any of them.
Literally just Fable. That's all I remember from it.
That was a funny trailer. I like that.
Yes.
Because
it was a good job.
That was a great reveal of like the giant like the guy being interviewed. It was like, I hate heroes. They're like, I don't see why the hype for heroes. And there was like one moment, it turns out he's a giant, and I that was hilarious.
A+, absolutely. But yeah, man, you guys thought obviously you guys both thought this was a great presentation overall.
Yeah, Mario RPG.
Fucking Fae Farm killed the show. Fae Farm fucking.
Without Fae Farm, where would we be without Fae Farm, ladies and gentlemen?
I didn't have any interest in Fae Farm, but then Martin fucking talked me into it. He was like selling me on the game. I was like, okay, you're right, Martin.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
He was like, you probably shouldn't care about Mario RPG. You should care more about this.
I will never. Those words will never pass these lips.
But again, A+. And again, this is from a company that was just kind of being very, very safe with their E3 conferences at the very end. didn't have, and this is the problem. I will say this is the only problem is, as these get better, the hype gets a little more higher, and one of these in the future is not going to nail as good as this.
You gotta keep the flow running because
it's not really about if they nail it too hard. Just long as it can be kept at a straight line. Like
and then
when they decide they just want to just up the scale, they can just do it.
We had directs in the past where they linger too long on something.
Yes.
It's like I don't have interest in this. Or it's like even the stuff I have interest in is like.
Were those straight up Nintendo games, or were they just
sometimes
indies, or
because sometimes it's the indie showcase?
I'm talking about a bunch of past directs. I'm not talking about any specific ones.
Yeah, there were a lot of 2018, 2019, 2020. Just
yeah. And we're also coming up to it because I rewatched because a channel was doing a rewatch reaction to a Nintendo Directs of the Nintendo Direct of 2013. And that was that direct was a banger because they announced they announced Mario Kart 9, they announced Super Smash Brothers, they announced new Mario 3D World. Actually, no, that was a disappointment. I remember that.
But it was still a big
there were so many big bombshells because they were just trying to throw everything on the Wii U, and it was completely first party focused that direct. I remember.
Yeah. That was, again, I would put that at this level, I would say, because this is a different time now. It's not, they're not. Unlike the Wii U era, it's not like they're desperate, but they still put their best out there. That's why it's I would put that at this level. They're top of they're kings right now on sales.
Oh yeah, I can definitely.
But they're doing a really good job in trying to keep the audience interested in what they're making. And I can appreciate that.
I think 2013 was definitely the best announcement era.
Yeah.
For gaming, as far as eyewitness.
From what I remember, yes.
It's you got Sony's showcase. You got
this one's pretty good.
You got Sony's PS4 showcase. You got Microsoft's Xbox One showcase, and even the shit we disagree with. We got to see Sony fucking harp on it.
That was the thing. I think
that was fucking hilarious. Nintendo's banger direct.
Yeah, man, I will always remember. That's why I put it out there when I posted on Facebook. I was like, man, it is crazy that it's been 10 years. Because that day was so crazy. Because, of course, the whole thing about the week leading up to what they did, the Xbox fumbled the bag with the Xbox One announcement. And then they're like, no, we're going to have games, guys. Calm down. We're going to have games. And then while they were saying that, they were like, all right, we're going to require 24 online check-in. There's no used games at all. We're going to force you. Online check-in, no used games. Just all these fucking mandatory things. You have to use Kinect. Kinect was required for use. All this shit. And it was like, what the fuck? And then, the conference came, the Xbox conference came, and it was like, all right, whatever. The price was $500. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And so everyone's worried, all right, is Sony just going to do the same thing? What the fuck? There was so much fucking curiosity.
I know Sony just came in, hey, you guys like that Microsoft press conference? That's what I thought. Well, fuck them. We're doing things differently.
Yes, and the price, they just knocked them out. They're like, we will use you. The fact that they put on the big screen, we support used games. And they got an applause. Boom, people lost their fucking minds. It's crazy that was a fucking deal back then. That was how crazy things were potentially turning.
And I'm sorry, and just go back to Nintendo.
And go back to right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the Nintendo side, a fucking new Smash Bros. Was announced.
Right.
Goddamn new Smash Bros. At the Brawl.
Yes.
And and it looks. And we were waiting for a new Smash Bros. Now everybody was too into Brawl. Brawl had some problems, but
that's right.
We were finally new Smash Bros. And this one looks so much better. This one looks so good.
That's a good point.
And they fucking announced Mega Man with it.
And then, of course, there was the big deal for the Ouya, of course. Everyone, there was just so many good things going on.
Was it 2016?
That was 2013. Yeah.
Oh,
same year.
Oh, yeah, 2013. Yeah.
Same year. There was we're going to be the budget game, right? And it just failed. It failed so bad.
I don't think they could afford a
No, they tried to do the parking lot outside of E3, and then because it was illegal,
it was illegal. Table, I guess.
It was illegal to do it, so they literally pushed them off of that
really?
parking lot. Yes.
That's fucking hilarious.
Absolutely. It was a shit show.
It was fucking best year ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stadia was 2016. That's what you're thinking. But hey, man, let's wrap this up. I don't think there's the template are the last two.
Oh yeah, ranted up multiple times.
Yeah, the template is the last two directs. If they can keep what they've done here at this level, they'll be fine for the rest of time.
Yeah. Just keep even if they don't have much in the show, just keep the pacing fast.
Yeah, and again, all they need is all you need are probably about 3 big things. And they announced, by the way, things that are interesting for another direct at the end of the year that could be fascinating.
And I know stuff they really want to linger on. They have special directs for.
Right.
I like that they're doing that.
Absolutely. Specialty focused. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll wrap it up, guys, for blasting turbo ports. Unless you have anything else to say, Mark.
Everyone, meet me on. Or
Grindr.
I don't know. I keep forgetting the name of that one.
Meet Mark
farming
I feel
game.
you. Keep Mark.
Palin.
No. Meet Mark on Grindr.
Palia.
Get Mark.
Meet me on you can meet me on fucking
Palia.
Palia. Meet me on Palia, and you can meet Bryan on Tinder.
Get the.
Males only.
I was like, Mark's really letting this slide. Is he gonna eventually not? It's like, oh shit, there he goes. All right, find Martin, of course, on Match.com. Go.
Wait. I ain't a part of this. Y'all, this is between y'all two. Don't throw me in there.
Your local dumpster.
Don't throw
Your
me in
local
this.
Arby's dumpster.
Martin, fuck this. We out. This is over. Cut the camera.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. As always,
You
please
find him in the
subscribe.
McDonald's dumpster drinking a shake.